Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. If it's afternoon where you are, then happy Monday and good afternoon. We're going to get started here in a moment. We'll let a few people get signed in, and since it starts at 10, we're like a little bit early. Today we're going to cover our newest template, actually. This is it. This is the top of it. I'm going to show you. It's actually really cool. The way that it lays out. It has a section for testimonials as well. It's our first template to actually feature a testimonials section where you can edit it inside your toolkit. So if you have testimonials and you want people to see them, this should be a good template to use. But we're going to go through it, show you how to modify it and customize it. And then there's other webinars where we've done, CRM stuff, Seller's Corner. This one actually going to be really short to get you moving. I know this is the busy time of year, so I'm sure you have some follow-up that you need to do. So we'll get started here in a couple minutes, and sit tight, and thanks for attending. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So this template is called Montreal. All right, so along with the theme of naming templates after locations and being dumb, it's called Montreal. So same photo requirements. If you have some large scale images, you can send them to us, and we can kind of format them a little bit so they fit and they're not too big to where it slows down the loading time of your site. So there's some photo requirements. Typically JPEGs load faster than PNG, just to keep that in mind. So we'd probably convert your photos to the PNG format. You still have, I believe there's 7 sections across the top. I deleted one just because I just wanted 6 up there. But yeah, the 7th one would be roughly around right here on your screen. You have the your company logo here, and then your logo's down at the bottom, or your photos down at the bottom as your contact information, stuff like that. So here's where it starts. Number one is in this section. This is the "What is your home worth" section. Remember this function here. This is an automatic lead capture. So as soon as somebody enters in their home address, our system captures that home address, even if they don't submit their contact information, like their name and their email or phone number. So it's, in terms of well, if you're farming a neighborhood, this is a really useful tool. So if you're going to send out farming collateral and say, hey, find out what your home is worth in today's market, as low inventory increases property value, so your house is probably worth more than what you think. Come here to find out the exact value of your home. Give them the link to your website. They can type in their home address, and as soon as they enter it and press search here or press enter, it's captured. So really supports traditional marketing. If you're going to do some Facebook posts, if you're going to send out some emails to your database, just to, see because if you email some agents, and by some, I mean a lot that I've spoke to, they don't really keep proper records of who owns a home and what those home addresses are. People obviously used to have home addresses before emails came around, because, you're not sending an email, you're sending something in the mail, you need a home address. So since the kind of that transition and everything became more digital, seems that proper record taking and keeping of information has changed a lot as well. So I've spoke to a lot of people, and they just don't really have everybody's home address. This is one way to get it. This is, you wanted to send out an email to everybody that you feel that owns a home, hey, come here, find out what your home is worth, and then go from there. So how the site lays down, it kind of just goes like from this direction, and then it just kind of stacks, right? So you can kind of see what's happening here. So the find a home, the really nice thing is you can actually customize this. You can personalize this. I've added this text: welcome, get ready to explore Bay Area real estate. I've added just something very simple and clean. Customers can type in their stuff and go from there. Featured listings. So because I don't have any actual listings, I have customized it and say, enjoy these lovely golf homes. So I have a custom IDX link on my website, and inside the preferences, you can choose which listings scroll. So you can see that this is actually a presentation. These properties are in fact changing. And these are all like high-end golf homes in Northern California, from Monterey County up until San Mateo. You kind of see there's a lot in obviously Pebble Beach, because there's so many golf courses there, and it's Mecca. This is golf. It's golf Mecca as far as I'm concerned. The next section are these button images. So similar as before, I think a lot of the other templates have 6 of them. Because of the expanded photo display here, you only have 4, but you just pick your top 4, any ones that you want to isolate. Like I've done Los Gatos Open Home, Saratoga, Aptos, and Santa Cruz. And so I've created custom IDX links for open houses in these cities. So it's constantly changing, right? It's like, on Tuesday, it might not display what it's going to show on Thursday or Friday. So by the weekend, these are all updated. If I'm doing an open house and a person comes in and, let's say I'm doing it in Santa Cruz, and I say, hey, what are you doing this weekend? And she's like, oh, we're just, looking at homes. And I'm like, well, here's a list of all the open houses in Santa Cruz. And I can click on it, and then just send them the link. So here's the URL. So I can email this to the customer. I can, if they give me their cell phone number, I can text it to them. And when they click on it on their phone, my computer is just not responding to my actions right now. So anyways, when it's as a responsive thing, all the listings are going to show on their phone. Just kind of make it easy for them. Now, let's get back down to below this, and then just here's a general contact me page here. And if you don't have any open houses, and our testimonials, they're not going to display, right? So here we have, let's go ahead and get logged in, all right? So for the agent login, log into your toolkit. Let's show you, configure the design here. So here's the testimonial section. So if you have some testimonials, you can copy and paste them all right here, and then that section would display on your home page. So here's my testimonials. You have the button pictures, right? These are the open houses ones that I have. There's the button links. So there's those Los Gatos homes. The banner, these are the photos that I have scrolling on my home page, right? Find a home text. So this is where I put that in, right? You can add some additional stuff as well. You can even also, right? You can embed an image here, like a small image of a property if you wanted to. With your menu, this is the menu on the top that I have. These are all custom IDX links, right? And these are just kind of navigation points for the site. And then featured listings. So this is the featured listings section. Is when I'm pulling from the preferences. So inside your preferences, located on the left-hand side of your screen, this allows you to change the homepage listing slideshow, right? So you can either show your listings or the office listings or a custom IDX. So if you don't have any actual listings that are on the market right now, you could have, homes scrolling in areas that you want to showcase. So if you want to be viewed as a neighborhood specialist, like, Los Gatos or Saratoga, or if you wanted to do golf course homes, luxury homes, homes with, ocean view or lake view, or if you wanted to do affordable properties, it's completely up to you. Create the custom IDX link, and then you can choose which ones that you're showing on your site here, right? So I'm just showing golf views. So anything that has a view of a golf course that's above X amount of dollars in the Bay Area here, it's going to be scrolling on the home page of the site, right? So go ahead and save that. Now, let's show you a couple of things. One is, here's your custom files manager, all right? So custom files manager is a way to show pictures, right? So here's how you do it, right? We go to choose files. You go to your image folder, right? So we choose a file, okay? And I have a bunch of images on the home page of my site here. So let's find a golf course view, okay? And I like this one, all right? So let's go ahead and choose that one. You click on open, right? And now it's chosen, and you just add the file, okay? So it's one of these, or is it probably this one right here? Okay. So now I'm going to show you how to make a modification to your actual template. So you go to your website editor, all right? You click on configure design, right? And we're going to be modifying the banner, right? So here's the banner, and these are the large images is when you go to the home page of your site. So you go to your banner, and you click on change slides. All right, so now we're going to change the slides. So these are all the stock images. These are the ones that kind of come with the site. I personally don't use these. They were purchased really small for a lot of the previous designs, and as we've kind of transitioned to like full screen display, these become very granular, very pixelated. They're not clear, they're not attractive. And so it's much better for us you can just ask us, hey, can you get me some of these images? We have an account where we have access to millions of photos. Just ask customer support, they'll take care of you. But in your custom files, because we just added to custom files manager, you just click on this tab. So here's your custom files. This is the one that I just added right here. So we click on it, and we've added it, and there we go. And you can slide it down, right? And now we go and click on save, all right? So we go to the home page, and that picture is going, there it was. So it's going to display. So they're going to cycle through. Okay, so all the photos are going to cycle through. So here's the picture of the ocean. So I have the ocean views. I have some golf views on there. So I wanted to showcase golf course. And then yeah, pretty simple. So this template, because it's responsive, right? Because it's going to allow your customers to navigate, but it's very easy to navigate down, right? You're in really a lot of control. So it's visually appealing, but you're in control of, where your clients go, and it's just real easy access. So they don't really need to download a mobile app any longer. And that's the nice thing about our new MLS search, is that you have, the way that it operates like a mobile application. But because people have, they've downloaded either Realtor.com or Zillow or Redfin. Those are the three main apps, and they've taken up in most of your users what they're using, and that's an app that they kind of return to. So we have a mobile app. We have the Property Minder mobile app, which your clients can download, and it sends them an activation code, and there's a process to it. But typically, people don't really go through those processes any longer. So by having a responsive design, a website that they can search for homes right on their phone without having to download, makes your website usable. It makes it accessible on any device, whether it's their phone, a tablet, a laptop, full-size desktop like this. Your website's fully available, and no matter what size device, it's attractive on all of those. There is no mobile version or transition. It's, all these pictures will still be visible, very easy to navigate. And so if you do want us to help you switch over to this template, please do so. We actually have a new function on our company website where you can schedule a training. You can actually tap into our trainer's calendar. So let's go ahead and get connected. Let's see. Where was it? I thought it was on the Property Minder website. Let's see here. Calendar. Huh. Upcoming webinars. Online support. Oh, that's a good thing to, I guess, be prepared to. Monthly webinar schedule. No, that's not it. It's somewhere. I know because we just did it. So I apologize for this. We're going to be adding it into your toolkit. I do know that. And then we're also going to be adding it to the company website. But what it is you can actually access our trainers' calendars, see what times are available, and then schedule yourself for a training as often as you want. So our training is unlimited to you, right? What we want to be able to do is, if you have Seller's Corner, make sure that you're using it. Make sure that you know how to set up a Seller's Corner. So we would do a screen share where we would watch you physically set up one of these for a homeowner. If you're not familiar with Seller's Corner, let's do a little recap for you. Seller's Corner updates homeowners on what's happening in their neighborhood as soon as it happens. So for this gentleman right here, we have Vernon. Okay, so let's click on Vernon here. Here's his address. Because I have his address, his property was geocoded on the map. Here's his zip code. If you don't want to do it by zip code, if the zip code's too large, or if certain parts of his zip code aren't as nice as others, and it affects home values, you can do it by drawing a shape. So I can draw a shape right here around his address. This is his particular neighborhood. But there's all these other filters, right? So we have active, pending, and sold. You can date it back. I dated it back, 4 months. He has a single family home. And then we have, here's the starting price of his properties. But I did homes between 2,100 and 2,500 square feet because I believe his house is 2,350. So I wanted to do in the middle of that. So here's all of the homes that we would use for a comparable. I would drill down, and then he can see, which of these homes are similar to his in terms of size and lot size. So he can compare his own home. So what's been happening is he bought his house for $675,000, I believe, in 2014, 2013. So home values in his neighborhood have gone up substantially, right? So we have a huge spike. So his house is minimum has picked up $300,000 in value, maybe even more, and that's what we're going to determine when he decides to sell. Okay, So what this is going to do for all of your homeowners is keep them connected. It's completely automated. Once it's set up, it will take care of your homeowners moving forward. The property goes on the market, goes under contract, if it sells, they're being notified via you, right? And you can address it to them individually. So let's go back to the list of contacts here, and I'll show you. Here's Vernon, right? And if you click on his contact record, it's going to take us to the CRM in our sellers group. And here's his address. So if you just enter in their address in their contact record, they get geocoded on the map. What we have is in his action log, all of the emails that he's received. So think about all your homeowners, right? And you have every few days, right? So here's roughly a week goes by, and it's all random. It's just as soon as it happens. But here's his latest one, right? $1,040,000, right? And median price is $1,018,000. This is the most recent property that went on the market. It's $965,000. If he clicks on click here, it brings him to my website, right? And it plots all of his neighborhood activity on the map, and it tracks what he's looking at, right? So as these property values change, they change. So this has gone down a little bit. It's not the same as what it once was, right? So you can click on the property, and you can now view the homes. If you're not familiar with our new MLS search, this is the experience that your clients get. Look how large the photos are, right? So you have huge photos, much larger than what the MLS is providing, much larger than what most of our competitors are charging or are providing. So you're giving your clients access inside the property. If making it less likely for them to need to go to the open house. If they can see inside of it, they can see what it looks like and the condition from these types of photos, then they may not need to go to that open house, not having to be a nosy neighbor. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to stabilize the amount of nosy neighbors that you have in your own database. We've all done open houses. We've all met people who live in the area who want to see inside the home to justify the price of their property. Right? They want to see that. They want to say, okay, this house sold for this. Right? It was listed for this. Our house is nicer. Maybe our house is not as nice. Our house has a larger lot. What is our home worth? And that's what they're doing. They're compiling information. So every single person in your database that owns a home is a nosy neighbor. They are going to go to an open house. They're going to Google the address. They're going to end up on Zillow. They're trying to educate themselves on how much their investment is worth. That's why Seller's Corner is so important. Seller's Corner keeps your nosy neighbors at bay. At least provides them with some information, right? It gives them that justification. Hey, this house is sold for this. It's sold for this. Tracks their activity. You can see if they're looking at it. You can follow up. If an open house is going to happen, of a brand new property, right? You get notified, right? Your client gets an email. Hey, new activity in your neighborhood. This house just went on the market. You can notify yourself. You know that there's going to be an open house for that. That's a good time for you to reach out. Hey, there's going to be an open house this weekend for this property. Seems pretty similar in terms of size. If you know that, what size properties your homeowners live in. If not, you have their address. Google it. Go to Redfin or go to Zillow or go to the MLS, and you can see that sold property and how big the lot size is. Is it something? How close by is it? Between the 5-6 doors down. Yeah, they're probably going to go. It'd be a good time for you to send them an email and just say, hey, how are things? Hey, I didn't know if you got a chance to take a look, but there's an open house for a property, a few doors down from you this weekend. I don't know if you're going to go to it, but if so, let me know what the condition is like, and that way, we can see how much your home is actually worth based off of that. That's going to be a comparable that we would use. But it keeps you connected. It keeps you in front of your customers because this is a relationship business. The better relationship you have, the easier you're going to generate repeat business for yourself. That's where that loyalty comes into play. If your clients don't hear from you, if you don't have a personal relationship with your customers, there's no loyalty. They're not going to remember you. They're going to react to someone else. They're going to go to an open house. I mean, think about how many times one homeowner has gone to an open house over the last 7 years. How many properties have gone on the market in their neighborhood over the last 7 years? How many open houses have they gone to? Let's say they've gone to 10. They've registered for every single one. 10 agents have put that same customer in their database, and that and those agents are sending that person emails. So you want to know why repeat business is so impacted in the real estate business? It's because of that. It's exactly because of that. So you have the opportunity with Seller's Corner to provide them with information and to give yourself a reason to follow up with them, so they don't forget about you. So that if they decide to sell, if they make that decision, hey, thinking about getting another job, they're going to move out of the area, they've outgrown their house, they've had too many children, all their kids have moved out, they hate their neighbors, they're underwater, they bought their home as an investment, it's time to sell. Whatever the reason is, that they think of you first. That's your only objective. You can't make somebody sell, but you can make them think of you first when they decide, right? So everyone, thank you for attending. If you need any help, please call into customer support. The template's called Montreal. If you have some high-end photos that you want to use, by all means, you can send them in to us, and we can get you taken care of. We can put you into our training program. Just get you moving in the right direction this year. And I'm sure if you have some homeowners that could, use to hear from you, we've had clients of ours sign up for a 30-day trial with us, start setting up Seller's Corner alerts, and got an actual listing. So Seller's Corner really does work. Once you set it up, it's done. You don't have to think about it. Right now, it's just working for you. So you can focus on what's going to make you money and let our tools here babysit the rest of your people. Anyways, I hope you have a great weekend, or a great rest of the week. Hope you had a nice weekend. And if we need any help, please give us a call. We'll take care of you. And have a great rest of the day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.